feeling, Sha?
I am not feeling great.
Yeah, yo.
I am not feeling great at all.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Bruh.
Yeah, yo. We going through it.
This has been a rough week for liking free spirits in a way, right? Because earlier in the week, over the weekend, we lost Diane Keaton.
Word up.
And that was a big blow. That felt like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Right. Not that I need anyone to keep track like of the health of people.
Right.
I mean, deal with what you got to deal with. I know she was 79, so there's going to be some wear and tear anyway.
Fair. It happens.
But she has always seemed like, I feel like she hit her mid-60s and just locked in, right? Like,
yo,
I didn't think she was actually aging.
Low key thought she was getting younger.
Right? Like, yeah, how's she doing that?
Real talk.
So that was kind of a blow. Like, oh wow, I really liked her.
Yeah.
That's a shame. And then yesterday, or I guess by the time people hear this, 2 days ago, we lost D'Angelo.
Real talk.
And that was a big one. That's a huge one. That really, like, as you know, and maybe some of our troops and correspondents know, I for some reason tend to not announce a lot of celebrity deaths, just kind of be around when the announcements are made, and then I'm the first to like comment on them.
Right.
And that has honestly been the case for like 20 years. like a long time. What is this? 2025? Yeah. For sure.
Yo.
For over many different platforms, all internet. I've been like, oh man, RIP king or queen. So whomever. I used to call it Celebrity Death Watch, and people were like, "Are you killing them?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just logging on to Yahoo News within 20 to 30 minutes of an announcement being made. I swear to you."
Yo.
I was doing that on LiveJournal. I was doing that on maybe on MySpace, definitely Facebook. Where it got to where people were like, they heard about someone dying, a celebrity dying, and immediately went to my wall to see if I said anything yet.
Yo, that's wild, Sha.
Yeah, it is wild. It's an odd thing and then of course over on Twitter, and I'd have to take breaks because I would only say something if that person meant something to me, or if I was like,
right.
But sometimes it was bigger than me, and I was like, I don't even need to say anything. Everybody's saying something. Right. So there's no official Be Easy Whitney Houston. There's no official Be Easy Michael Jackson. In fact, I went quiet on Michael Jackson, and people were like, oh, she must be really, really upset because she didn't even say anything. It's just, so I have to take breaks sometimes. So I hadn't done it too much. But yeah, but I do look for sources.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I'm not
trust but verify.
Exactly. So honestly, it was the reporting of Michael Jackson's death by TMZ. I was just like, we don't trust TMZ, do we? And then that's where I was like, oh, I guess this actually is now who we can trust with this kind of
that's
stuff.
wild.
Yeah, TMZ reporting that was a huge turning point, I think, for them in the eyes of a lot of people.
Yeah.
Where now that's who people are looking for when this kind of news comes out. Because there apparently was some chatter on Facebook early yesterday, and someone that I follow on Twitter is a very big D'Angelo person. And what I saw was her say, "Hey, that's them talking on Facebook. I don't believe anything until I hear from the family." And I was like, "Who is she talking about? Is she
Mm.
talking about D'Angelo? That's all she talks about is D'Angelo." Like, she talks about plenty of things, but she's like, yeah, so I'm like, "Uh-oh." And then I kept scrolling and saw someone else go, "Yo, my homie's on Facebook talking about D'Angelo gone." And I was like, "Hold on, hold on, hold on." So now I'm at work, by the way, working my phone, working my work computer, trying to figure all this out. And it ended up being true, and I just had to sit there, and I didn't think there was anyone at my job that I could turn to and go, "Hey, man, D'Angelo just died." There was no one in my office who
Well,
would
that
be like,
hurts.
yeah, so I had to first I had to text my sister,
Okay.
right? And then, I had to text my old roommate, because he's a huge D'Angelo fan. Then I had to take it to the group chat of a few friends, and then I had to hit up Courtney Farrington. And then I
That's
was like, "I
me.
guess that's it. That's all I guess I need to contact."
Yo,
Uh,
that's wild. I love that you have a process.
yes,
You
yeah,
know what I
there's a
mean?
process.
I
There is a
think that's
process.
good. It shows that you have a way of making sure that you're handling it healthy. You know, I
Is
think
that
that's good.
healthy? Is it healthy?
You work through it.
I'm
You have a
working through it.
process.
I'm
Okay.
working through it. How are you?
Um.
How did you find out?
My wife told my I find out most things from my wife in terms of pop culture,
Right.
deaths specifically. I tell
Mhm.
her about pop culture, and then she tells me about the deaths.
Okay.
So yeah, like
That's
she doesn't know
very
who any of
funny.
these people are. I tell
Mhm.
her during the course of my like day life, and
Okay.
then she'll like tell me hey, that person that you told me about last week, they died. That's
Wow,
that's
you
that's
maybe they need to check up on you. Maybe you're the one.
real talk. That's a large part of our bonding time upstairs.
Okay.
Um, but nah, but like this hit, for Diane hit honestly right away. One of the initial parts of our relationship, me and Gabby, is I think I mentioned this on the show. I was on a quest in my like late teens, early 20s to have a DVD library that
Right.
covered every letter, including
Yes.
numbers, alphanumeric,
Sure.
starting with pi.
Right.
I
I
mean, ending with pi 40,
always forget that part.
straight up. Yeah.
Ugh.
Uh, but yeah, I did a numeric alpha thing, but we watched everything that we bought. That was a rule. Like I couldn't just
Okay.
own it just to fill in the blank.
Right.
Um, and then that's how we discovered movies that we each liked.
Right.
Um, so she watched Goodfellas with me. That's that, and she's in that. I mean, a
Mhm.
part of me, a Godfather. And she's in those. And then she put me on to the movie she did with what's his name? Huge Laker fan, OG
Oh,
dude.
Jack Nicholson?
Yeah, they
The
did a
Something's Gotta Give movie?
yeah, and it's
Mhm.
adorable. I ain't gonna front.
Right.
Absolutely love the film. I ain't
Uh-huh.
gonna lie. I ain't gonna sit here and I could say that now confidently. But like
Right.
that shit sold me when I was in like my paid in full era.
Right,
Like
yeah.
that was hard for me to be like, I can't front. This is a good movie. You know, real talk. These two old folk, they destined for each other. And I thought it
Uh-huh.
was beautiful.
Right.
Um, but yeah, it was cool. And like I found her hysterical in the film. Um, it was the I wasn't doing stand up yet,
Mhm.
and up until this point, that film was the first film that low key kind of started to make me a liberal in terms of the arts in a weird way, and only because it's one of the first films that I genuinely remember starting to think there's not enough films where there's old women as a star.
Okay.
Like on some real shit, like I was just like, yo, this
Right.
doesn't happen. Like
Mhm.
it like broached that topic for me. And then like I remember mentioning it in convo and I heard about that I forget the test that certain like
Oh,
media puts in for women to see if they're like characters.
the
Yeah.
Bechdel?
So
Yeah.
I found out about that through that movie.
Okay.
So and then like doubling down on that, I couldn't think of the few women centered films I thought of, I definitely didn't think of any comedies.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So like that was like it was ill to me because I watched it, just enjoyed it.
Mhm.
And then afterward, I really, yo, low key, she's the star of the film. Cause you know what I mean? Like Gabby pitched it to me as like, oh, Jack is in this. You fuck
Right,
with
because
Jack.
that's how you get a guy to sit down and watch a movie.
Yeah. So
Mm,
she's like, oh, watch it. Jack is in it. You fuck with Jack. Jack is dope, but he's not the star of the film.
right,
Or like, at least not any more than she is.
right.
So that was ill. That was like a big thing for me artistically.
Mhm.
Um, and as a person, I think low key. But yeah, I then like and it took me a minute to make the connection. She was the Godfather lady. It's just so different roles.
Sure, and
Um,
and with, like, 30 years in between.
yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, like that hit because it's one of the movies that like I when I think of it, I think of developing as a person. I think of early dating with my wife. Like there's a
Uh-huh.
lot to that film that like I fuck with it, and it was one of the first movies that like Gabby liked that I'll be that if she was like, "Yo, can we watch this again?" I'll be like, "Yeah, cool." It ain't like fucking some vampire nonsense. You know what I mean?
Wait,
I
you know
got
what? We're you're on a roll now. We'll table vampire nonsense for later. Imma go ahead and write that down right now as
real
we'll
talk.
bring
And
that
then
up later.
D'Angelo, not in the same way, but he was also someone that like broadened my horizons in terms of art. Um, in particular, I've mentioned being a big DJ Premier fan,
Right.
and like Devil's Pie was a big deal for me, just because like artistically, I didn't associate R&B and hip hop crossing over in that way. It felt like just a hard ass beat, and it still worked. And it opened up my idea for what's possible in terms of the two genres that are always kind of semi related, but like I don't know if they'd crossed over in that way for me.
Okay.
Currently, they had in the past. I know like Mary J had a ton of dope songs that were technically over hip hop styled production.
Right.
Um, but that the peak of those songs were right before I was in high school, if you will.
Okay.
So this was the first time I saw it and I lived it. And then it started happening more from that crew. I think Erica Badu really leaned into that bag and finding out that they were
So you don't
all
even know about the whole Soulquarians thing?
right. And that's kind of how I found out about them, is
Oh,
through that
okay.
whole lane. Like I was like, oh, these are all people that fuck with each other.
Alright.
So like reading all the like footnotes became a thing from there.
Mhm.
Uh and admittedly also like uh he's one of the first dudes that I remember like dudes getting mad about in high school. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Because the
sure.
homeboy's shirtless video.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? That
Yeah.
shit was a thing.
Yeah, that
Uh
was a thing.
Real talk.
Yes.
And I don't know. I just thought it was kind of dope. Just like him leaning into like, yo, this is what I look like right now.
Mhm.
Um, by the same token, equally respecting when he said, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna be a hermit for the next like 10 years. You know what I
Well,
mean? I'm gonna go away.
yeah.
I'm gonna be private. I didn't know that that was a thing you could do. I thought he was the first famous person that I realized didn't want to necessarily be famous. He just wanted to make cool shit.
Mhm.
Um, or at least didn't want to be famous for why he was famous at the time.
Right.
And I found that interesting. Like, but yeah, these are artists that like made things that were happening right as I was developing as a young adult.
Okay.
And yeah, so they meant something like real shit. And then on top of that, their ages like on like D'Angelo is as old as people I know. You know what I mean? Like,
D'Angelo was younger than me.
yeah, like that's just wild to me. Like,
That's
yo,
yeah, 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 yeah. That's insane. That is insane. But, I know he was supposed to, do the Roots picnic this past spring, but he had to bow out, and he said it was unforeseen illness. So Maxwell came in and took his place, which is very funny because at the time that their both of them their debut albums came out around the same time, and they were just their names were interchangeable. They were doing completely different things, but it was like the bell ringing a new kind of soul music, a new kind of R&B music, and they were at the forefront of that.
yeah,
And so people were just always trying to pit the two of them together, and all of this crap.
Maxwell
So
and D'Angelo. This is super niche for New York comedy fans. Maxwell and D'Angelo are to Neo Soul what me and PD Abreu are to comedy. Uh,
oh, oh,
Real talk.
okay.
They think we're the same thing because we check certain boxes,
Right.
but we do it very differently.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, yes, yes.
Real talk. We're
Mm,
both like Uber New Yorkers, so like there's
uh-huh.
a certain like from afar you think we check the same boxes.
Right, right, right.
Artistically, we paint the thing very differently.
Yes.
Real talk.
Yeah,
Equal
yeah,
love.
yeah.
He's dope. I'm dope, but we do it very differently.
Uh-huh.
I see the same thing for them. There's like 12 people that understand those references.
Right, exactly. And who knows? Hopefully they're listening.
Real talk.
But yeah, no, you ain't wrong on that. You ain't wrong on that. Um, yeah, yeah, it's I'm sad that this happened, but also I don't have I can't process it.
Mm,
So I've tucked D'Angelo away in a part of my brain where I put people who have died who I just don't believe actually died.
okay. It's real.
So that's like, honestly, Michael Jackson's kinda there for me.
Mm,
I'm like, I mean, I know he's dead, but is he? And it sounds insane, but I'm like, "Ah, that's just how I've decided to deal with it." Um, Tupac, I wasn't really sure. I'm getting closer to being sure that he's gone now.
yeah, it's about there.
Yeah, it's almost there. I'm very close to it being there. But, yeah, I for a long time, I was like, "I don't know if he's dead. I don't know." It's just if he hadn't have fought back so many times from being shot,
Nah, I'm with you.
I would be like, "Yeah, no, RIP, brother." But I'm like, you playing? 'Cause
Real talk.
it was like the 3rd time and he still took a week. I was like, "Nah,
Listen,
you messing with us."
his peak artistically was after he died.
Right.
Like he's been more prolific than ever.
He was a massive perfectionist, and what he was trying to put on wax was very hard to do, but
I
no
love
one
that.
else could hear it but him.
I hope that's the case. Said
I think
I
and also between Voodoo and Black Messiah, he dipped because um, his I don't wanna say hysteria, but it was near hysteria, um, for him promoting that Voodoo album was so
yeah.
much that it really messed with his head because it was just like that Voodoo album is truly one of the best albums ever made, full stop. And as he's trying to perform it, and he had a vision. I mean, he definitely had a way that he wanted things to sound and how he wanted to present. And it was part of a larger thing that he's trying to do. It was a piece of art for him. The background singers had particular looks, and he had it like it was all very orchestrated and curated, and he really thought about it. And then he just had women screaming at him to take it off.
Right.
And for a long time, I saw him on the Voodoo tour, and women threw so much underwear, so many panties on the stage. Um, and, it was a lot, but that show was excellent. Um, yeah, and I think that, that kind of messed with him
Yeah.
of, does he, you know, when you start worrying about, are you looking the way people want you to look, and are you, like, meeting those goals on top of, like, your own personal things or whatever, that can send you in a serious spiral. And so I think he took time away to get away from that because it sounds for all the stories I've heard, it sounded like it was an extremely rough time for him.
Yeah.
But also on top of that, I mean, he worked on songs for years, like 7, 8, 9 years on a song to make it sound the way it sounded that made sense to him or what how it sounded in his head and stuff like that. 'cause, one of his besties was Questlove, and I know Questlove, he has no chill. So I know he was in his ear like, "When you gonna put that out? Put this one out.
Yeah,
When are you gonna put that out?" And, I mean, he has no chill, but
yo,
also, I don't know what Questlove's running from, but he could also stand to, like, sit down for a sec.
real talk.
But he keeps moving, like, they're just different beasts,
Yeah,
right?
nah, I dig it.
Yeah.
And just as much as he had Questlove telling him like put it out, he
Mhm.
probably had Jay Dilla just being like, nah, be tweak some more. You know what I mean? For
Mm.
just as long of a time. Dilla is a tweaker, like, you know what I mean? Nah,
Yeah,
let's play
if
with it some
that.
more.
I mean, yeah,
So
for
I get it.
sure. And I mean, he's talking to people, you know what I mean? Like, he's kikiing with Prince and shit. Like, he's talking to people, but, you know, he was also hard-headed, as you have to be if you want your art to be a particular way, and there's no compromise. So now you gotta find people who can work with you and your vision and how you work and all that kinda stuff. And, like, which is to say it worked because Black Messiah, um, is probably he only put out 3 albums, and
Yeah.
I think Voodoo's probably my favorite, but Black Messiah is my second one. Um, like, there's so much going on that, that it's just excellent. And each record, I feel like ushered in, like, a different aspect of soul music. Like, there
Mm,
were, like, different eras, not like in a Taylor Swift way, but, like, in a legit different eras. Each one had a like, Brown Sugar had its sound that was just like, "And we're doing this," and then Voodoo
right.
took that and up the ante on it, where you felt like you just wanted to climb into that album and live there, and then Black Messiah just, like, rips it apart and rebuilds it. It's really, like, I mean, even though it's a small body of work, it's all extremely affecting. And honestly, if you're gonna put out 3 albums,
Yeah, he nailed it.
those are the those are good ones, like, to leave. And then he did a song for Red Dead Redemption, that video game, which,
Yo,
um yeah, so, like, it's a shame. It's a shame that he's gone, and, I mean, of course, the music lives on forever, but it's also just, like, for people of a particular age, it's like, "Well, goddamn." And that's on both cases. With Diane Keaton, it's like, "Oh, okay, so we're getting ready to start losing some actors of a
yeah,
particular age that a lot of us have grown up with and really, like, love, and I don't know if we're ready
at all.
at all."
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we're ready. And then, uh, like, just seeing one of the linchpins of a particular scene go, it's just like, "Oh, snap." Like, we're entering that time. Yeah,
Real talk.
it was truly wild, and I haven't fully processed it, but, suffice it to say, I am sad.
Yo, real talk. Once I saw the hoodie, I ain't even do the normal intro. I had to check on my homie here, yo. Uh, real talk. Extra empathy. To Michael Archer Jr.
Mhm.
His
Who
his son,
Right.
his with Angie Stone, who also passed away earlier this year. Like I know he going through it right now. Mom also incredible artist. But yeah, like I can't even imagine all of that. Like uh just because there's so much extra to that, like losing your parent as a public figure. So
Right.
like it's a private moment, but you also have to share it with everyone
Yeah.
in a way.
Mhm.
I don't know what that is like, and for him to do that both times, and so
Right.
close.
So
uh
close, yeah,
yeah,
and
man,
yeah,
I'm feeling for
especially so
homie.
close. It's like, you're like, "I'm not even done."
Yeah,
I don't even think I'm done grieving the one, and now I have to grieve both, and that definitely throws you for a loop.
yeah,
Because
man.
yeah, that was my case, that my parents died about a year apart, and, you know I was just like, "Oh, I ain't ready."
at all. Yo,
I ain't ready. I hadn't even gone
yo,
through my mom's stuff yet. Now my dad's gone. Well, shit. So
yo. You just became the rock of the fam. You know what I
I
mean?
know. That's
You
no
didn't ask for
good.
that promotion. Yeah.
Mm, yeah. Thank goodness it's just my sister
Yo.
who ain't gonna listen to me anyway. So, whew, what a
Oh man.
relief.
But real talk, man, incredible work from both of them. Sincerely, like your work is appreciated and will live on going forward. RIP to y'all. And to everyone else that's like feeling melancholy because of the loss of dope artists. You're not alone. You know what I mean? Play their shit. They made awesome stuff. Watch their films. And just appreciate the art that they made. I think it's fire.
Right, right.
Real talk. You know what I mean? Let's get into the news.
All right.
Yes, I love that we develop the ethics here as writers, Sha.
I know. Who
Oh, that's
knew?
awesome.
We're a couple of journalists over here, like trying
Yo,
to.
we can't cover that story. It's not we don't got a source.
With no source, no
No
story.
source.
We're
I'm not
sorry, everyone.
real talk. There's a funny story going around, but we don't have sources. I won't go as far as journalists. I don't need two. I just need one. But I need a
Yeah.
source.
Give me a like just a link to
Yeah,
something.
something. All I was seeing was rumors, and I
Yeah.
felt wrong. You know, like
Yeah.
I can't do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, shouts to the homie Ross. Hope you're doing all right out there, my G.
Boo.
Oh man, kicking us off. MTV to access music channel in the UK. That's right. MTV, the world's first 24-hour music broadcaster, is to stop showing rolling pop videos in the UK after almost 40 years when it closes 5 channels at the end of the year. MTV Music, MTV 80s, MTV 90s, Club MTV, and MTV Live will all stop broadcasting after the 31st of December, according to the BBC. However, the flagship channel, MTV HD, will remain on air, showing reality series including Naked Dating UK and Geordie Shore.
Yeah, I think Geordie Shore. I don't even
Geordie
know what
Shore.
that is. Oh, is that hold on, is
That's
that like
their
the
Jersey
Jersey
Shore?
Shore?
Yo, low key, that's kind of wild, yo.
But yeah, why not? I mean, they came up with Love Island.
Yo.
So they can do it. Naked Dating UK. Is that happening other places so much that they have to say, "No, we're the UK version"?
Yo, this
Or
is wild.
do we do naked dating over here? Is that a
I
show we do?
I don't know, do we? I know I
I'm
know they got
weird.
that naked dating, huh? I'm sorry, but the Gordy Shore was killing me because I typed it in and they also have Gordy OGs. So they've been running that the Gordy
Oh,
show for a minute.
okay.
And yeah, Dating Naked is a TV series here. It's on VH1 here though.
Oh, okay. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's so stupid. Anyway,
But yeah, I love that we got this heartfelt 30-minute D'Angelo intro.
right. No. Oh, that's so dumb.
Oh man, yeah, the move reflects shift in viewing habits, with music videos largely consumed on YouTube and social media rather than television. A spokesperson for MTV's parent company, Paramount, declined to comment. Yeah,
Uh,
yo,
yeah, I mean, they haven't like the regular channel truly. I'm guessing this is the same in the UK as here. They haven't really shown music videos in who knows how long. Here in
damn.
the US, it's just been episodes of ridiculousness, which is wild. That's a show name. That's not just what I'm calling their programming. It's literally a show called Ridiculousness.
Yo, that's why I would have never guessed that shot.
Oh, did you not know that?
Not at all. What happens on ridiculousness?
Ridiculousness is okay, do you remember the skater named Rob Deerdeck?
Yes, very little, but yes.
He he first showed up on MTV. He had a show called, Robin Big, I think?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, with him and his, "best friend," in quotes, but his security guard.
Right, right. Big Black.
Yeah. Yes. First of all, that show was excellent. I was ready to hate it. I was absolutely ready to hate it just because they were like, "Here's the skater, and here's his best friend and security guard," and I was just like, "No, I'm not watching the adventures of some white guy harassing his black employee." Like,
Right.
that is terrible. And then you know how it is when you're cleaning up and you had the TV on MTV and you can't find the remote because 'cause you're cleaning. And so a
Mm.
show comes on and I was like, "Oh, actually, they are friends?" Like, yes, he works for him, but they actually get in they are in cahoots.
Yeah, no, they low key
And
like got love for each other.
yeah, and so I was like, "Okay." So I fell for that show, absolutely. Well, anyway, Rob Dyrdek, I don't know, he must have a dossier on everybody in power at MTV because he ended up hosting so many different shows, and now he has Ridiculousness, which is basically like, depending on where you fall, on your TV shows with TV clip shows, he's doing his version of, say, Tosh Point
Uh,
oh,
okay, okay.
where or well, it would have been because Tosh Point oh, they did, like, internet videos, right?
Right.
Not TV shows, but internet videos.
Yeah.
Um, and the Soup or Talk Soup, which started out doing all the talk show clips of talk shows and then just clips of anything that was crazy. So that's kind of what Ridiculousness is, only it's a panel of people and
Mm.
they just show these wild clips from who knows where, and then they all say something crazy about it. And I'm like, that's just watching people watch. Ugh, I don't know. What do I know? I was watching reaction videos, but this still is like it's
Listen,
been
man.
on it's a format that I feel like has worn out its welcome.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think there's better ways of getting that information.
Right.
There's people doing it in more succinct ways on social media.
Yeah, like TikTok is already taking care of all of that for us.
Yeah.
Like you
Huh.
can stick your head in there and it, so but that's all they show, hours of it. And for years. For years. I don't
Hey
even know when
man,
they make new ones.
man, yo. So related question here then. What do
Mhm.
you watch videos still?
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm still big on videos, but I fully pivoted to YouTube.
Yeah, well, that's where they are.
Yeah,
And, so that's where I will go, but yeah, I will look up, an artist. If there's some artist that I'm hearing their name a lot or coming across their name, I'm like, "What's happening?" I will look them up.
yeah,
I will watch their videos, and then, I like to do that on the laptop because on the laptop, they'll say, "Oh, related videos or other people that are like this or yada yada," and then I can find other artists, and I'll spend some time doing that, and that's I do still watch music videos.
yeah. I'm big on them. I like watching
Mhm.
old ones.
Mhm.
I don't. I'm trying to figure out. I don't understand what the difference is mentally, from when I want to watch the video versus just listen to the song. Um, I do both at the computer.
Right.
I don't know what it is, but I definitely have times where I'm like, I really want to see the video of this.
Uh-huh.
And I'm extra surprised because so many of my favorite songs that I watch uh, the video is just them talking to the camera. Like it's not necessarily doing a highly creative thing, but it does seem to add to the enjoyment. And
Right.
I can't verify why per se.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know. It may have just music videos may have just hit at a time that your brain was still, still building and it was becoming woven in and into just hardwired into your brain,
Now for sure. Huh.
basically. Like there are videos from the 80s that
Yeah.
I absolutely watched so much that when I hear the song, I can act out whatever happens on a certain part of the song in the video.
Okay.
And when I watch the video, I'll do the thing and I'm like, "Yep, that's why I do that at that part of that song because I've watched this video so many times." And the closest that like, in the way that they're getting rid of, like, their MTV '80s and MTV '90s and all that stuff, that is still on, there's a version of that here in the States on Pluto TV,
Okay.
where you can go to Vivo, and it's not MTV, but it is, the Vivo channels will have all
Yeah.
music and you can put in Vivo's '80s, and it's just nothing but '80s music videos all the time with commercials, but still, you need a commercial to get up and blink again to get your eyes moist. And sometimes I will just put that on. Uh,
Oh man. I mean, realistically, as much as I love videos, MTV, like having 6 channels in the UK is wild. Like that,
I'm guessing that's, like, on cable or satellite or something. You know, it's kinda like how they had MTV and then MTV2 and then, um yeah, like, they've gone on like, if you look at some cable company, I think they have broken down some of the MTV stuff because now they're like, there's so much
right.
we've done decades and decades of music videos at this point, like 40 to 50 years of music videos.
Nah, for
So
sure.
and we can't just throw them all on. So we need to break this down. And whereas before you could get like an hour, here's your hours of '80s, here's your hours of soul. Now they're like, here's your channel of '80s. Here's VH1
Mm,
Soul, or I think now that's BET Soul or whatever. Here's which VH1 Soul used to be on the most premium version of cable,
okay.
and I could never afford the most premium version of cable at that time, but occasionally I'd get, like, a free trial,
Okay.
and I'd have VH1 Soul for, like, I don't know, a month or 2 months, and I would, like, invite my sister over because 'cause I'm like, "Yo, I got VH1 Soul.
Come over,
Bring
B.
food. We're just going."
We got 30 days, yo.
Yeah, yeah. Cancel your plans. In fact, get your calls forwarded over here if you
Real
need
talk.
anything, this is
I'm
it.
still low key. I'm still mad at my parents. They got cable after I moved out.
Mm.
Real
I
talk. I didn't have cable my whole life growing up.
I had to get the cable in our house. My dad was
Mm,
like, "I'm not paying for television has always been free. I am
yo.
not paying for TV." And I'm like, "That's all right. Well, you know what? I live here now. I help pay bills. I'm gonna get cable." And I got cable. And guess who were the first ones to be up watching the pay
Hmm.
TV?
Real talk.
Hmm. I was
You
like, I
be-
don't see y'all kicking in on this, but I sure do see y'all watching C-SPAN.
Oh man. Well, RIP to these channels.
I
We will miss
know.
y'all. I
Yeah.
genuinely enjoy videos. I think I think they're necessary for a variety of reasons. I think so much art is about like figuring out different mediums to connect. I think there's certain music that without the video, I don't know if I would have vibed to it the same.
Mm.
Um Missy Elliott, I think, is someone I always think about who's like when she made songs, I really felt like she made the video at the same time, kind of thing. Like
Right, right.
and it just it elevated her art to me. And also just on some visual shit, I think there's so many directors that we wouldn't have had they not had music videos to work on
Come
in
on.
mass and learn it.
Would we have 7?
Yo,
We don't have a David Fincher, you know what I
yo,
mean? Look, I just learned, I was reading about, whoever just directed, this movie, The Long Walk, I think it
okay,
is, a Stephen King based on a Stephen King novel, old piece of work or something, where
yeah,
people have to keep walking or else maybe they die. It sounds Stephen Kingy. Um, and all I hear is, they're just like, "Oh, yeah, the guy who directed this, he also directed a lot of the, Hunger Games movies," and I'm like, "Well, I ain't never seen a Hunger Game movie, so, I mean, good for him," blah, 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 all this, yada, yada. He directed this, yada, yada. And then they said his name, and they were like, "Yeah, the director, Francis Lawrence." And I was like, "The music video director, Francis Lawrence? The guy
yo,
who did stuff with Janet Jackson?"
mhm,
And so if you started out in music videos in the '90s, I still believe in you.
yo, forever.
I know that's what I yeah.
Real
That's how I
talk.
know you.
Yo, it just it lets you do a lot of reps. It
Mhm.
just is what it is, man. I rock with it. You know what I mean? Shouts to Spike Jones.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's just there's people that like they did time in that genre, they learn and they get the experiment. But
F. Gary Gray,
mm,
he started out making music videos, and then I think he did Friday?
yeah.
I think he did
Uh
Friday, and then he's gone on to do a few things.
and I forget how to say his name. I don't know, is this Hyro or Hero, the guy from Atlanta?
Right.
He's another one that like he directed a ton of videos, in particular with Childish, but like his visuals are crazy. And same idea, like we don't get those people. So yeah, as a whole, I enjoy the videos, but they also like they serve a purpose in the arts. Uh,
Antoine Fuqua,
yo,
he started out making music videos, and he made fucking, a bunch of shit. What's the one? What's the one?
I'm getting sad right now.
Are you getting sad?
Yo, real talk, that shit hurt.
Training Day is the one. He
Yeah, he's
directed
the
yeah.
equalizer dude too.
Yeah.
Yo, we getting hit.
And so, anywho.
Oh man, yeah. In other news, two I'm sorry, this is a sad episode for me. Uh two accused of stealing 10,000 gallons of diesel from Pierce County fuel station. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Let's get my spirits back. Not like a good crime. Uh a little caper, you know what I mean? Let's
Oh,
see here.
boy.
A scheme. That's damn right. That's not even my wording.
Nope,
Uh
a scheme to steal.
a scheme to steal fuel from Pierce County gas station allegedly drained more than 10,000 gallons of unpaid diesel by jamming gas pumps, so they recorded only a fraction of the fuel being taken. The sheriff's office tied the thieves to two trucking companies, including GSA Trucking, which is based out of House in Auburn. And on Monday, prosecutors charged its owner, Gurdit Sinj Julia, and another man connected to the company, Jermadeep Singh, pardon the pronunciations, with first degree theft and felony. Investigators believe the second company from California was involved, but the prosecuting attorney's office declined to file charges against its owner, stating that there was not sufficient evidence to prove his identity. An arraignment hearing for Singh and Aljula was set for October 14th. Attorneys for the defendants were not listed in court records. Between 2023 and 24, the two men allegedly helped steal approximately 10,596 gallons of fuel, valued at $41,174.72 from an unmanned gas station in Frederickson, according to charging documents. Security footage
Where
of the
was the
theft.
man? Why was it unmanned?
Bet you want a man there now.
Hold on
Real talk.
now. Let's what did you think was gonna happen?
Yo, in one incident, the suspects pumped 647 gallons of fuel, but were only billed for 20.
Come on.
Yo, resulting in
Yeah,
a
yo
loss of $2,667. That's
that's
wild.
insane.
Yo, yo,
Mm.
that is different. That is different.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. As a former like truck driver, I know there are stations that like essentially they don't need a person there 24 hours because like all the stuff is automated and they have like contracts with the companies to kind of just like swipe a card or something
Mhm.
and it's charged to them, but they would still be smart to have a person there. I know
Mhm.
with the non-man station, like once the word got out, people would start doing sneaky shit. You hear people
Right.
saying, "Oh, like I'm here to charge my delivery truck," and it would like suspiciously look like a Camry. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Shit just start going down.
Right.
So yeah, you know what I mean? You pay somebody $20 an hour to be there, and a lot less of that happens. You know what I mean? It ain't
That's
that crazy.
wild. So, I mean, I didn't see the particulars exactly on how they're doing it. So what were they how do you put how do you jam that up?
Yeah, I'm curious here. Let's see. It says While there was a rod inserted, the pump would continue to pump fuel at its
Okay.
normal rate, but the
Mhm.
counter would be significantly slowed. So the pump only
Mm.
recorded a fraction of the fuel being taken. This in turn resulted in the suspects only paying for a small percentage of the fuel.
Wow.
They would jam
Wow.
a metal pole into the fuel pump.
Okay, that's what I'm mm,
Yeah.
that's wow. I can't believe that shit worked.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that shit worked.
Real talk. In one of the videos, a group of people can be seen pulling one of the two tractors abnormally close to the pumps and
Mhm.
positioning them to apparently block the cameras. So they you know what I
Oh,
mean? Like
right.
you started messing up there. You made it
Mhm.
too hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-mm.
Yeah,
This is
that makes
crazy
sense.
work.
Yeah, I mean, cameras, sure, but also you gotta block the camera. Oh my god.
Because you lose all the credibility. You can't be, oh, that's not a mistake.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-mm. Too many crimes.
Yeah,
This is
you
it right
gotta be
here.
careful out here. You can't push it.
Yo, real talk. When you jack $2,000 and paid $20,
Mhm.
yeah, you went wild, my G.
Yeah, you sure did. You can't go back to that spot for, like, a couple of months. You gotta leave it so that they
Oh
just
my
go, "Well, that
goodness.
was weird." Give them like, you know what I mean? Give them like 10 weeks, give them 12 weeks to just be like, "Huh, I wonder what that was," and then hit them
Yeah,
again. You can only do that, like, quarterly. You
real
can't be out here every other week jamming poles in there.
yo, sending the fleet. You partnering up. You know, like, yo, you got
Y
two trailers in here?
yeah, you can't do that. I did
Nah,
see
B.
where it said when anyone else pulled up, they quickly left.
Yeah, that's not suspicious either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that don't look weird.
Tractor's
Uh.
going to rush all of a sudden. I see you. Uh-uh. Yo, in other news, but just in general, thank you to everybody. I've had a lot of helpful troops and correspondents the last few days.
Mhm.
This is one of them here. Nike is releasing its dressiest sneaker loafer hybrid yet. That's right, baby. It's no secret that Nike Inc. is formally aboard the sneaker loafer wave. The company dipped its soles in the trend with the Air Max Phenomena. I don't know this one. A model which is built off of the base of the Air Max SNDR. Then the sports manufacturer's Jordan brand wing got in on the action with its Air Jordan Mule. Now Nike is bringing the hybrid concept to its collaborations through a new project with Parisian art collective Air Afrique. Uh, this is RK61 is uh is the Beverton or based company's latest entry into the sneaker hybrid category. More of a
Mm.
sneaker dress shoe combination than the sneaker loafer. This
Mm.
looks has been dominating the trend cycle. You know what I
Has
mean?
it?
Yo, real talk, shot. I
Are
got
you
a,
looking at this?
I got this sent my way. Couple of different people sent it because as I mentioned last time, I was looking for a suit, trying to dress up.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? So I think this got sent my way for that. Shouts to the people that did. I'll mention them later on. But
Mhm.
I will say, I love the idea. Real talk. I gotta be these are some ugly ass shoes and
Uh,
sneakers. I don't know.
okay,
Whichever one they want to be, they are not doing
okay.
enough.
Let me
Um,
just describe the shoe. Alright, so we already know that it's a dress sneaker hybrid, right? Luckily, there are no laces. It looks a little bit like the cut is a little loaferish.
yeah,
It's a little bit like a loafer, except, it yeah, so it's a low top sneaker loafer situation. No laces, it just has, like, a zip. On
yeah.
the zip, a little charm that's like a basketball, so already we know something's up. Um, and it honestly doesn't look like a good it's not attractive even if it wasn't a Nike. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
If it wasn't a sneaker, if it was an actual kind of dress shoe, it would still be ugly. So they picked an ugly shell, kinda.
yeah.
And then the sole of it looks a bit like a shoe sole, except it's got this blasted Air Max bubble at the heel. So, it's a little, you know what I mean? Like, if it didn't have the bubble at the heel to give it away, then it would just be like, "Well, that's kind of an ugly shoe, but I bet it's comfortable," is
Yeah.
probably what it would get. But
See,
with
I want to be real. I wanted to like this. Like I've been
Right.
pushing this idea. Um, there's errors here that I think are blatant. The
Mhm.
You mentioned the first one to me, the bubble. I'm not even anti having a bubble, but
Right.
you can't have the same size bubble that the sneakers got.
No.
You know, the
No.
the heel looks weirdly like too big for a shoe. There's no
Mhm.
sleekness to this. Is a basketball game gonna break out at this wedding? You know what I mean? Like that's the only reason I need this kind of support.
Right.
You know, otherwise it should. If you want to keep the bubble really like push it as a sneaker, you should still make it sleeker. You know what I mean? I
Yes.
need less bubble in general. I'm only staying in the dance.
Right.
You know
Yes,
what I mean?
exactly. You don't need all of that.
Yeah,
But if you want to have something to make sure it's known that you are wearing Maxes, that bubble could be a little bit smaller. Just the
yeah,
window there could be a little bit smaller, just like a little bit of a hint of it, because otherwise it just really looks like, why is that bubble in your weird Sunday shoe?
yo, too
Yeah.
far, too far. Everything I like about the sneaker is not the sneaker. I like love the box.
Not
You
the
know,
box.
I love the box. It looks fire.
Oh, no.
Real talk. I like the bag that the sneakers come in.
No,
Um,
no. So
and
packaging, you like the
real
overall packaging,
and I'll give you I like the pattern on the insole.
the
I do
pattern on
like
the
that.
insole.
Yeah,
I'm
the
trying
pattern on the
to
insole looks cool.
You know what? Do you prefer, if you had to wear a pair, would you want it in black or beige?
I mean, I'm not against either because it would just depend on the shoe. I'm open to both. I'm
Mm,
just not open to these.
mhm. No, you're
Um,
right though, the insoles are kinda nice.
yeah, the insoles are cool. I rock with it.
Yeah,
You
the
know what I mean?
insoles are nice. I would go beige
Okay.
just because the further away you are from a black shoe, the less likely it is to look like a weird cop shoe.
Okay.
And I think in black, it just looks like a weird, like, this is some sort of standard, you know what I mean? Like, these are the
Yeah.
shoes you have to get if you're going to be a security guard with us.
Real talk. Yo, you nailing it. Low
Yeah.
key, like if you work in a restaurant, see if these are good for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
You standing a lot
absolutely.
of hours, you gotta wear
Ye
shoes.
yes, it's good for that, but it's not fooling anybody. I
Yeah,
don't
nah.
know if they think they're fooling someone, but they're not fooling anyone. You should wear that in a place, wear the black ones in a place where people are like, "I get it, you're running around a lot carrying
Yeah.
plates of food or carrying whatever," like,
Real
y
talk. You work at Applebee's. So you
yeah,
got
and
a
they won't
uniform,
yeah,
but
you
like,
have to wear a shirt and a tie,
yeah,
but, your shirt is not fully tucked in, it's a little baggier than it needs to be, the tie ain't
yeah.
tied right, and you got these shoes on.
Real talk. You gotta have a professional look, but
Mhm.
there's a physicality to your job. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Real
yes.
talk. I've been there. I worked at Bob's. I had to lift the sofas. You
Yeah,
would put these on. I was in the
yeah.
outlet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're a mail guy. You're
Yeah,
the
perfect.
mailroom guy.
Ooh,
So, you gotta carry boxes to all these offices on these different floors.
that's it.
That's it. Now the beige one, you can y you can explain it away as, like, just a weird sneaker that you found, you know?
Right.
But the black ones, those look like you are at work.
Yeah, nah, I can't do those.
Mm-mm.
Those stay right there.
Yep. Nice try though, Nike. Also, I
Hey
saw
man.
that they said that they are a size and a half larger than you would expect, and I'm like, "Oh, so they're the actual size that they're supposed to be on the." Because all these Nikes run so small, I don't know why all of you are jamming your feet into these tiny, uncomfortable little anywho.
Oh, because nobody wants to bend the front part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with the size, though. If I get a
Agree.
if I get a 8.5 size Nike, I shouldn't be struggling to get my foot in there.
Yeah, I agree. I think
They
the
run
ankle
they
area is too small.
Yeah, they run small.
They got work to do over there, yo. Real talk. If you would like to let Gastor and Shalewa design shoe for you, we'll do great. I promise you. All you gotta do is like
Well, I
subscribe
don't
to the
know.
show,
I'm
baby.
just gonna give you a pair of Sauconys. That's all I'm gonna do. I don't know. Try these. If you like them, look for another color. I don't know.
You're an Apple and Spotify listener. We appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. Yo, then we can design shoes. Come on, B. Of course we can. We're not. We're only good at this. I can't stress that enough. Real talk. We have been trying to design merch. We already got a logo. Still can't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right? Oh
We'll
my
get there.
god. Ugh.
If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs this week to Jack Uke, ex FCBLJ, the Rare Element, and the Realist 23. Appreciate all of y'all dope articles this week. Oh, and also one shout out all of you that donated this week. I posted a link to my son's fundraiser for he's doing the breast cancer awareness walk at Central Park with his
Yeah.
school this week, and quite a few troops and correspondents donated. Sincerely appreciate that. That was dope. It was. I had like a little emo moment. My son came up to me and said, "Hey, I want to do this." And I was like, "That's kind of beautiful." He's like, "Yeah, I mean, like you got to wake up on a Saturday for that." I'm not doing it. He's like, "Yeah, no, I'm going." I was like, "Okay," and like he did it on his own. He's like, he signed up. He did the whole thing. So I was like, "Ah." He asked me to share it, and I shared it.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
nice that he asked you to share it.
yeah, like sincerely, he was like, "Yo, can you share this with your people?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll share it." And quite a few troops and correspondents made donations, reached out to me about donating in different ways. So sincerely, thank you for that. It was just cool to be able to support him doing something positive on his own. I really
Right.
appreciate y'all. But yeah, thank you all of y'all. Y'all are continually dope and make us better. With that said, we will design some shitty sneakers for y'all.
We will. We absolutely will.
Real talk. With all that said, I am still trying to figure out a way to not wear a suit, but that was too far. Gastor Almonte. With my stylistic voice of reason, Shalewa Sharpe. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I guess. Yeah.
This has been a comfortable in our feet episode of the War Report. I mean, all our sneakers are well padded.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Real talk. I'm over this, y'all. I love Jordan 1s. I will never wear them again. Real talk. Every time I see them, I love the silhouette. I know what that feels like. I can't do it no more. Yeah, man. Catch y'all next time. Peace.